Hey guys, so here we are, episode 7 of WandaVision. I'm a bit sad because I was so on the hype train and ready, thinking that the last 3 episodes were literally going to be an hour long each. This one, only 37 minutes. So I'm really holding out hope that the next 2 episodes are literally at least an hour. I can't believe we would have 2 more episodes and they're only going to be like 30-40 minutes long. Like, I need so much more WandaVision. I think they're setting up so much, and I don't know if they'll be able to finish it off in 2 more episodes that are 30 minutes long. So, fingers crossed that we get 2 more episodes. I mean, I would really like them to be over an hour, but hey, if it was at least an hour, I would be okay with that. So, let's get into episode 7 of WandaVision! It definitely has some Modern Family vibes there. I like that she's still wearing the costume.
Not sure what that's
I think
about.
Wanda's starting to crack a little bit more. I'm actually starting to get a little worried because I don't think Vision is going to make it after the show. I think he's going to die again. And if they do bring him back, I think he's going to be kind of like... They obviously will rebuild him, but I think kind of like the human persona of Vision is going to be...
Yes, there's an unspoken understanding.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
If he doesn't want to be here, there's nothing I can do about
How
it.
does she know he's actually still alive, though?
Vision is made of vibranium. They literally inherited tough skin.
But did they really, though? Do they really have tough skin? That would be interesting. I have the feeling that the whole kind of trying to flee the whole grief and create this whole Westview world is now kind of starting to catch up with Wanda, which is why kind of her, I suppose her powers are on the fritz and things are like changing on their own accord. I think, I mean, there's only 2 more episodes, so of course it's coming to a head.
Hayward wasn't decommissioning Vision. He was trying to bring him back online.
So they did want to rebuild Vision. I'm a bit bummed. I was really hoping that we were going to see Mr. Fantastic. So I thought he would be kind of like the one introducing the whole car thing that she needed. When they first mentioned the aerospace engineer, I really was hoping it was going to be Mr. Fantastic. Okay, Darcy.
Who is that imposter, Pietro?
Imposter. Why doesn't Vision just fly? Surely that's quicker.
Do you think maybe this is what you deserve?
What?
Nexus. Because the world doesn't revolve around you, or does it?
Alright. There's a couple of things to unpack right there with that commercial. So, in the comic books, a Nexus, it's kind of like the place where all the dimensions connect. It's like a nexus of all realities. So it's literally like the meeting point for every reality, dimension. That's what's called a nexus. But they've also called the Scarlet Witch, again, Wanda, a nexus being for the Marvel reality in the comic books. So I'm kind of intrigued to see which one they're kind of hinting at, if they're maybe just hinting at both. Because obviously we know the commercials have to do with Wanda. I like that part. It's like, because the universe doesn't revolve around you. Or does it?
Is it because Senior Scratchy is such a good listener?
She's totally Agatha Harkness. She called the rabbit Senor, what is it, Senor Scratch? Senor Scratchy Scratch? Something with Scratch. In the comic books, her son is actually called Nicholas Scratch. It's totally her. It's totally her. Oh, her eyes are so cool. There it is. There it is. She's got her powers. Which, since the last episode, I looked it up, and she has something to do with, like, the electromagnetic spectrum, which is probably why she was, like, kind of seeing all that energy. But, I wish my eyes glow blue.
Don't tell me about that. I don't hear that. Throw the missile.
Duke it out.
The only lies I've told are the ones you put in my mouth.
Careful.
I want to know if she went through the hex. Why does she still remember? Because everyone who goes through the hex obviously like forgets and it takes part in the reality that Wanda's created. So is it just because her powers activated, that's why she's able to retain herself? They didn't really explain that. They kind of just left that for us to figure out.
think you overstayed your welcome. Poor Wanda's been through enough. Run along, dear.
Don't make me hurt you.
Agnes running interference. She's up to something. That felt so sinister.
This is absurd.
Thank you. Now we're thinking logically. We have changed gears. We have changed gears. I'm getting goosebumps.
You didn't think you were the only magical girl in town, did you? The name's Agatha Harkness. Lovely to finally meet you, dear. It's been Agatha all along. And I killed Sparky, too.
I called it. I called it. I knew she was Agatha. I knew it. I'm so nervous. How are they going to wrap this up in 2 more episodes? I think they better be at least an hour long each. I knew it. I knew she was Agatha. Okay, so my head is spinning. My head is spinning. Okay. So we know she's Agatha. The twins have something to do with it. I still think the main big bad is Mephisto. Because again, like I mentioned before, in the comic books, the twins were souls of Mephisto. But we haven't even seen Mephisto. Mephisto hasn't even been said to be a character, right? What if Agatha needs to use the twins to like summon or conjure Mephisto, to like bring him forth into like this dimension? Because I don't think Agatha again is still the big bad. I think she is working for someone higher up. But I love that she's been like pulling Wanda's strings. And she brought Pietro. So I knew Wanda didn't bring Quicksilver back. So is that really him then? Is it just someone from another reality? Is it just someone with the face of Pietro? Not the real face. Oh, so many things. Oh my gosh. And also, of course, since I've read the comic books and kind of done my research, in the comic books, Mephisto does first appear as a fly. And they totally signal that when Wanda was in Agatha's house. There's a fly on the curtain. And I don't think that's just kind of like, let's add a fly just randomly to make it seem creepy. I think it's so Mephisto. It is. But I don't think, if it is him, that we will see him long in WandaVision. I think if it is Mephisto, he would be summoned or come into play, and then maybe be the big bad in Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. I wonder then if Agatha is the reason that the kids are aging. Because maybe she needed the kids to have their powers before she can use them for whatever spell or thing that she's going to be doing. Because there's like a spell book there that kind of looked like it was from like that library in Doctor Strange. So in the last episode, in the commercial with the Yo Magic, with the shark, you know, he's trying to open the cup of magic and then he basically like dies. He's basically, you know, like turns into a skeleton. So maybe Agatha is going to drain the magic from the twin. I mean, obviously the twins are going to die. And I think that's just like the kind of like the story arc. But then, okay, so is Agatha really evil, or is she being forced to do the bidding of whoever is actually the evil person? Because in the comic, she's not evil. So, because I'm thinking, if they go with kind of like the storyline of the comic books, even though they change it like a little bit, are they gonna kill the kids now and then have Agatha mind wipe Wanda like she does in the comic books so she doesn't remember them, and then later when Wanda realizes that, that's when she kind of goes crazy? Or are they gonna rush and make her crazy now and kill the kids now, and then that's it. But we know the kids won't die forever. They're setting up the Young Avengers for sure. But they're too young right now. So I think the kids will die. Because they will be reincarnated into older kids, which then would take part in Young Avengers. Because I think they're too little. They're too young right here in the show for those actors to be in the Young Avengers. Or they could be. It depends how far along that movie's down the line. How old are these kids? There's too much going on. There's too much going on. Oh, it was so good. And I'm so happy we finally found out that it is Agatha Harkness. I knew it. I knew it. Again, if you have no idea who Agatha Harkness is, you can totally look up a video on my YouTube channel where I basically tell you who is Agatha Harkness, and I basically explain the comic book lore of her character. Oh, I need so much more. I need so much more. I can't believe it's only 2 more episodes. Oh. I just have that It Was Agatha All Along song stuck in my head now. Oh, it's so good. Oh, wow. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching another WandaVision reaction video. Make sure to watch that video about Agatha Harkness if you don't know who she is, so you can kind of like see her backstory. Some might say might spoil what's happening in the show, but I think knowing where these characters come from, even though you maybe kind of know where they're kind of going with it, the MCU has rarely followed everything to the T. It always changes it a little bit. So it's just kind of nice knowing, and at the same time seeing how they do it differently. And I think if you go and watch a video to kind of see who Agatha Harkness is, it's just another layer of complexity that just makes it even better if you just didn't know. So yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait another week. And Monica has her powers. Monica has her powers. I knew it. Of course I knew that one too. But I think we all knew she was going to get powers the minute they mentioned that, you know, it was kind of messing with her DNA. We know mutants are coming. So I wonder then if they're going to make her a mutant. No, she's not a mutant because her DNA was changed. And mutants are born with their abilities. So, right now then, I think the first mutants in the MCU would be her kids. Because they were born with their powers. Nothing happened to give them their powers except that they were just born with them. So I think Tommy and Billy are our first mutants. Oh, so much to unpack in there too. I have to rewatch it now. Alright, bye guys.